Hello everyone! Welcome to the new vlog. Excuse me, let me start this off correctly with welcome to Brunette Bibliophile, where I post bookish videos and writing content. This is an introduction to a travel vlog that I am about to go on. So I'm off on a new reading retreat, but this reading retreat is special because it is actually going to be my Bachelorette party weekend. My friends Kathleen from For the Love of Books, who is my maid of honor, and Desirai from Libri Labra, who is one of my bridesmaids, and myself are going on a Bachelorette weekend. I know that it is still fairly early before my wedding, but kind of the end of the year is just a really crazy time for me. Plus we also have holidays and whatnot. So I wanted to go a little earlier, have the trip before the busy season. And I just wanted to do an introduction to this vlog while I have pretty makeup and hair from a trial run for my wedding that was done today. So the whole vlog is just wedding themed. I have not planned any of this bachelorette party, which is weird for me because I'm always the planner of the group, but I haven't done any planning for this. It has all been Desirai and Kat, and it's basically a surprise. The only thing I know is where I'm going. So follow us along on this adventure. The time I'm filming this is actually a week before we leave. And the day we leave, I do still have to work. I'll be leaving after work and arriving a little later in the evening, but I'm still very excited. So go ahead and follow me on this vlogging bachelorette party weekend. I am stuck in traffic, but I am off of work. I am en route to Bachelorette weekend. And I am just so excited to see my friends for a few days, but mostly just have 5 days in a row off. Finally, I've arrived. I'm not allowed to come in yet, so I'm just kind of sitting on the porch here. The perk is they took all of my stuff inside, so I didn't have to do it. But now I'm just waiting.
Well, yeah. Oh. All right. Let me get the way.
Right. Okay. So. Okay. So Desirai and I set up a scavenger hunt for you. That's why it took so long. Because you know us, we leave things for the last minute. So okay. Here's your first clue. Somebody can open it. But oh, the Christine Lauren ones.
Soak your worries away when life bubbles up. Yes, it matches my tote bag. So this is just a little quick look through at my room. There's a balloon on one of the pillows, and my stuff is kind of a little bit on the bed. And then there's a bathroom and a closet and a big clock, and then that just leads out to the main area where you saw all the decorations. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 2. Today's Friday. I didn't do too much filming yesterday. Bulk of what you saw was from Kat and Desirai. That was just the perfect start to the weekend. They surprised me by decorating the Airbnb, and they did a scavenger hunt, and there were some presents throughout the scavenger hunt, and I had so much fun. I'm going to do like a little mini haul at the end of the vlog. But that was just such a great start. And then we watched the holiday after dinner. I think I fell asleep towards the end, so I need to rewatch the ending. But it was just the perfect start to the weekend. I was just thinking we're gonna have a chill weekend, like one of our usual ones, but they really been all out with it. So today we're supposed to be going book shopping. I don't know what time that's at though. And it's only like, it's not even 10 o'clock right now. I woke up around 9-ish and I'm kind of just starting to get up and start the day. But I was told to pack one nice outfit. So I packed a dress for today and we're gonna go out and go book shopping and get some lunch in a little bit. But for now, I think I'm gonna start wandering my way out to the living room and I'm going to read Giant Days Volume 14 that I started last night. I also finished Volume 13 last night too, while I was reading in bed. But it's just such a great start to the weekend. We're on our way, and I never wear this much makeup. And there is Kat, and we're gonna go book shopping. I have no idea if they can even see my sash. We are mid-meal. I just had some fried oysters and some miso soup. What do you have there, Kat?
This is Mongolian beef.
Mongolian beef. You have your side of fried rice so far, and the sushi is about to come out. I have a side of yum yum and eel sauce, and I ordered about 3 rolls, so I'm ready. We got the boat. An elaborate book tower is being built behind me. I'm not participating just because I need a few minutes to sit down. But we are back. We went book shopping. I'm gonna do a haul at the end of this vlog so you can see everything that I got. But I got 6 books. Then we went to Target because we needed like some soap and stuff. And then we went and got sushi, and that was delicious. I showed you guys the boat that we got, and I have leftovers, and I'm very happy. That's probably the thing I was looking forward to the most this weekend was sushi, and just relaxing. And now we are home. I'm hanging out for a few minutes. We all have our wine in our little Bachelorette cups. Mine says wife of the party, and theirs say the party. And we're gonna hang out. We're gonna do a drinking game tonight. We're gonna watch the hating game, and it's just gonna be a relaxing night. Book tower in progress of all the things that we brought and bought collectively. So maybe you're spotting a couple of things that I will haul later in this pile. Good morning. Day 2 of Bachelorette retreat. Last night we watched the hating game, had some wine, and I did a little bit of reading, but then I kind of fell asleep on the couch before getting up and coming into my room. But we are having a pool day today. I'm already in my swimsuit and cover up. I haven't even left the room yet. I don't know if anybody else is even up and out yet, but I am dressed and ready to go. It's like 10, almost 10:30. But I'm gonna get some coffee and just kind of get ready for a relaxing day. The pineapple was definitely worth buying. Day 2 is coming to a close. Tomorrow is our last full day here already. I can't believe it's already the last day. But tomorrow morning I'm actually going to drive up to the character warehouse because I'm normally not this close to it. So I'd like to go and take a look. I haven't been in about a year. And then it's just going to be more relaxing pool time and reading tomorrow. I have been reading The Goddess Test for basically this entire trip, and I only have about 50 pages left, so hopefully, I don't know if I'm going to finish it tonight just because I'm starting to get really tired. It's almost midnight, but maybe tomorrow. It is our last night. I didn't do too much filming today, but this morning I finished The Goddess Test by Amy Carter. I given that 4 stars. And then I went to the Character Warehouse, and then we kind of just hung out, had some pool time. You've probably seen some little montage-y clips of that. And now we're doing peel-off face masks and getting ready to watch The Lost City. But it's our last night, and it's very sad, especially because we have to take down all the decorations that have been up all weekend. But we will be reunited again soon. We also did some temporary tattoos that came with the decorations. So I have love and some arrows, and then my real tattoo, and this is supposed to say married AF, but I messed it up. And then some rings, and this one is supposed to say party time, but I also messed it up, so it just says Part Tim. It is just about to be midnight on our final night. We are just working on getting some packing done, taking down the decorations we had up, and just getting ready to leave. It's a bittersweet night, but we have an early checkout tomorrow, so we want to make sure we are ready to go. But I will talk to you guys in the morning. It's our checkout morning. The room is packed. I'm about to start getting stuff to the car, but we just finished deflating all the balloons. These are the survivors, and they will live with me until they deflate themselves. And then there's a sign over here that I have no idea what I'm gonna do with. I just wanna keep it. But I'm really sad the weekend's over. It's always like super bittersweet, but it's like this was an extra special retreat, and I'm sad that it's over. There's Kat. We're sad that it's over.
Yes.
Welcome back to the finale of the vlog. I'm here to wrap up the weekend and talk about the 2 books that I did end up finishing and do a miniature haul here. So let's go ahead and get started. So first I'm just going to talk about my reading because I didn't do too much reading, so it'll be quick to get through. Mostly for the weekend, I was reading The Goddess Test by Amy Carter because this is my book club pick for the BookTube Chicks book club. Desirai, Kathleen, and I are the BookTube Chicks. And our live show for this is the week after this vlog is happening. I don't know when this video is going out, but I needed to finish this. So I got this done. I rated it 4 stars. It is a reread for me. My first time reading it was in 2015. I still enjoyed it this time around, not as much as I did the first time I read it. I gave it a 4.5 star then. I gave it 4 stars now. So if our live show has happened by the time this vlog is up, I'll link it in the description below. I also read before bed a short story from Katie Robert. I don't think it has a title. On the cover it says Hades/Hades mini arc. This is a short story that connects Katie Robert's Dark Olympus series with her Wicked Villains series, and this was something I definitely wanted to read as soon as I found out about the connection, and I finally got to read it. It's only about 24 pages. Really enjoyed that though. And then on my drive up to the Airbnb a little bit during the weekend, and then my drive back, I was listening to Dating Dr. Dill by Nisha Sharma. This is the quarterly romance book pick for quarter 3, and that is hosted by Desirai and myself, and our live show for this is going to be on August 7th, so I needed to get this done. And I finished it when I got home, and I absolutely loved it. I'm giving it 4.5 stars. I was a little not feeling it as much in the first half, but the second half absolutely blew it out of the water for me, so 4.5 stars for this. And now it's time to get to the haul, really the important part. So first off, I brought home a lot of balloons. This one behind me is a banner that says Bride to Be. I don't have a big enough space to put it up, so you just see the bride part. You don't even really see that. And then you can probably see the shadows of some other balloons that I brought home. These were really fun to transport. But it's 2 hearts and then a ring. And I'm basically going to keep all of these until they deflate themselves. Now you saw in the beginning of this video that Desirai and Kat put together a scavenger hunt for me, and that was so much fun. I loved it. But each clue led to like a small gift leading to the big gift. So I'm going to talk about all of those individually, not in the order. You may have seen some of them a little bit in the actual scavenger hunt. So the first thing I'm going to show you is what's actually holding the balloons down. And it is this page anchor. It's meant for books, but it happened to also be the perfect weight to keep the balloons from flying to the ceiling. So we tied these to them last night, and that's how I've been transporting them home. When the balloons deflate, I will take this off of here and it will go with my books. A lot of things they got me are rose gold, including the balloons. And that's because one of my wedding colors, like the main color, is rose gold. So it was perfect. Okay, so first we have a book sleeve from Book Bow. I don't have any Book Bow sleeves, so this one is the first one for me. And it is Lady Whistledown themed from Bridgerton. So it says Lady W Society Papers, Tuesday, April 26, 1813. And it has a zipper on the top. So I think I'm going to be using this one for a bit. Next, I have some bookmarks. These bookmarks are Christina Lauren themed. We have Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating, Love and Other Words, The Soulmate Equation, and The Unhoneymooners. And this is from an Etsy shop that I've seen before, and I will link them down in the description below. It's Scintillare. These came from India, but they do a ton of different themed bookmarks. They have Emily Henry themed ones. They have Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, like a ton of fun ones. So I've been eyeing their shop for a while. I just never purchased anything, but I'm so excited to have a Christina Lauren set, and I'm probably going to purchase more from them. Next, we have this, and this is a pillowcase. I'm not actually sure if it's like a full-size pillowcase or a throw pillowcase. I think it's a throw pillow. It is a big throw pillow, and it says, "Just one more chapter" on the front here. And then the back says, "Nope, not done yet." Next we have this rose gold pen, and it has the like glitter water. I don't really know how to explain that. But it's glittery. I haven't tested it out yet. I do have some favorite pens, but I'm excited to test this one out. Next we have this washi tape. It's really big for a washi. Showed it to you guys upside down, but it has like a globe on it and it says read books, a little bookshelf on it. It'll be interesting to see it in use in my bullet journal. But again, it's very thick, and I normally work with thin washi tape, so this will be something new to be able to put into my bullet journal. Next, we have this box here, and it says "From the Page." I'm not sure if that's, I'm assuming it's an Etsy shop. If I can find it, I'll link it below. But it is candles. I definitely think it is, oh, they have a website. I'll link their website down below. But there's 4 candles in here, and they're like mini candles. Next, I haven't taken this out of the plastic yet, but it's like a set of rose gold paper clips. There's hearts, and then I think these say love in script. And they're super pretty. And the final thing. It is a mug that says, "My weekend is all booked." A common phrase in the book community. But it's so pretty, and I love it. And I don't know where this one came from, if it came from an Etsy store or not, but I love it. And then the big gift that was at the end of the scavenger hunt was a gift card to Books A Million. It was so nice of them to put all this together with all these little gifts and the Books A Million card. And the next day, on our date out that you saw, we went to Books A Million to go book shopping. Of course, I've got to haul it in this video. So because I'm hauling these here, you won't see these in the book haul that I post in a few weeks, but still, gotta haul it. The first thing I'm going to show you guys is not a book. I just stuck it in this bag when we were leaving. And it is the movie menu that they made for our weekend. And the choices were Bridesmaids, Bachelorette, Monster-in-Law, The Lost City, Holidate, and The Hating Game. So we watched The Holidate, but I need to watch the ending again because I did fall asleep partway through. We watched The Hating Game the next night, and then last night, on our final night, we watched The Lost City. I was confused why this one was on the list, and it's like an adventure movie compared to all the others that are like romance themed. I didn't realize that Sandra Bullock's character is a romance novelist, so It was all on theme, and that was probably the best movie that we watched the whole weekend. It was so funny. And now we're going to get to the books. I have half that were on clearance and the other half that I bought full price. So we'll start with the full price ones first. First, I picked up Rivals by Katherine McGee. This is the third book in the American Royals series. This was a surprise release that came out this year. It's only been out for a few weeks and I haven't gotten a chance to pick it up yet, so I'm very excited to continue on in this series. Then we have Husband Material by Alexis Hall. This is the sequel to Boyfriend Material. And I believe there's also going to be a third book in this series. I'm not 100% sure, but it's definitely on theme for a bachelorette party, I think. The last one I got for full price is a book I've been looking forward to for a while, and it's Never Never by Serena Valentino. This is either the 9th or the 10th book in the Villains series, and they're all interconnected, so I'm very excited to see how Captain Hook's story connects to all the other ones. One of the things I love about Books A Million is they have a fantastic clearance section. Not sponsored, I just really like books. So clearance is always amazing if you take the time to look through it, and I got 3 books from clearance. The first one is The Bookish Life of Nina Hill by Abby Waxman. I've seen this book going around a little bit, and I checked it out on Goodreads first to see if it was something that I would enjoy or something I would want to try from the library, and the synopsis sounded pretty good, so I picked it up. Then we have Recommended for You by Laura Silverman. This is something that I read last year or the year before. It's a cute YA about a bookstore during the holiday time, and there's a competition to who can sell the most books during a certain period of time. And then I got The Wit and Wisdom of Bridgerton, Lady Whistledown's Official Guide by Julia Quinn. I don't understand fully what this book is. I think it's just like an informational book that's supposed to be written like Lady Whistledown wrote it. And there's a different chapter for each Bridgerton child. So I'm interested to see what it's about. I've been really digging Bridgerton lately. Very excited for season 3. And I need to pick up the next book in the series. I'm on Colin and Penelope's story, so that'll be a good one. Especially because that's what season 3 is going to be about. And finally, the last little bit is, I didn't go to Disney, but I went to the Character Warehouse. If you don't know, the Character Warehouse is a store. There's a couple different ones, but they tend to be at like outlet malls. And it is Disney merchandise that has come out of the parks or is out of season maybe in the parks and goes to the Character Warehouse at a discounted price. I haven't been in about a year. I had planned a trip a couple of months ago, but that was right when gas prices were like skyrocketing, so I decided to cancel that trip to the warehouse. But since I was close enough, I decided why not, and I picked up a few things. My big thing that I really like from Disney is the mini ears. I do have a couple of them, and by a couple I mean almost 10. And you can find some fun ones at the Character Warehouse for super discounted because they are pretty expensive in park. And I found 3 that I wanted. There were a couple of other ones that they had that I didn't end up getting. They had like a Mulan pair, and then they had a balloon pair that lit up, but that one was really heavy and bulky and I decided against it. Probably my favorite pair out of all of them, and I haven't even taken the tags off yet, is this Haunted Mansion set that has Madame Leota on the front, and then on the back here it says Foolish Mortals. And then I found a second different Haunted Mansion pair, and I also picked it up, which is this one, and it has a gargoyle on the front, and it has the hitchhiking ghosts and some of the people from the portraits. I think one of them was the woman who killed her husband, and I can't remember who the other person is. And on the back it says 999 happy haunts, because that is the thing, is the Haunted Mansion has 999 ghosts. Another super cute pair. Perfect for Halloween, and I don't have any Halloween ears until now, so I'm very excited about these. And then the last pair is a Christmas pair, and it has like Mickey cookies with Santa hats on them. Super cute. I know Christmas time is not for a while, but I don't have any Christmas ears really. I do have like the emerald green pair that came out around Christmas time, but nothing that's like actually you can tell it's Christmas. It was kind of crazy in the Character Warehouse, especially because it was a Sunday. So while I was able to explore and look around, I was also trying to get out of there as quickly as possible. And the last stop I made was at the ornament section. They did have a fairly decent sized Christmas section, but not a ton of stuff that I would really want. It was a lot of like apparel, some house tchotchkes, stuff like that. But I did pick up an ornament, and I'm actually going to use it as like a a tchotchke, basically, until Christmas time. And it is Cinderella when she is getting the glass slipper put on at the end of the movie. And the reason that I picked this this ornament, they had a couple different ones, but this one I really decided I wanted because in most of 2021 and 2022, I have been working on a Cinderella retelling, and I just finished draft 3 before I went on vacation. And even though my particular retelling is centered around a stepsister, Cinderella is still a major character in the book, and I wanted to pick this up. And I don't know, I get really happy thinking about my book, especially because I finished draft 3 and it's just going somewhere and I love it so much. So this is the last thing that I wanted to grab. And that is everything that I got this weekend. Even though we go on multiple retreats a year, it was just such a fun retreat. It was so special because it was my bachelorette party, and I just had such a great time. It's always bittersweet to leave, but this one was like extra bittersweet. I won't see Kat and Desirai again in person until my bridal shower. That's 3 months away, and then we'll be at Y'all Fest together. So it's bittersweet. So I know that I pre-filmed an outro for this video before I even left on the trip, so I'm going to let past Chloe wrap up the vlog, but thank you all so much for watching. This is the end of the vlog, and I just had such a fun time, such a good time, and I already missed my friends. I already can't wait to see them again, but I'm also really glad to be home with my books and my bed, most importantly. Let's pass it over to past Chloe to close out the vlog. Hello again. I decided to go ahead and film an outro for this vlog while I was filming, so thank you all so much for watching this vlog. If you're still here, I'm sure we had a ton of fun. We always do. This will probably be like a second outro to this video. This video is going to get 2 outros. But that is all I have for this vlog video today, so thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. As always, if you like what you see here, please go ahead and click subscribe. I post new videos every week, so click subscribe so you can be updated for when I post those. And if you really like my content, consider checking out my Patreon. It is linked in the description below. That is all I have for you all today. So thank you all so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!
In the darkness, I don't feel so cold. The ashes fall like rain, and somehow we're okay. My story drifts between shadows and smoke.